My partner exposed her client's true character, and it was hilarious. My partner Sarah and I own a vet clinic together. Well, technically I founded it like 8 years ago and she joined as a partner 3 years later. But most of the clients know her way better than me because she's there every single day doing appointments while I handle more of the business side of things. Last Tuesday, we closed a little early because we had this huge supply delivery coming and needed time to organize everything. Sarah left around 5 p.m., but I stayed behind to deal with the delivery guys and make sure everything got put away properly. Around 6 p.m., I decided to take our dog Murphy for a walk around the clinic property before heading home. Murphy is this big goofy pit bull mix we rescued like 2 years ago. He looks intimidating because he's like 70 pounds of pure muscle, but he's literally afraid of our cat at home and gets excited when he sees butterflies. Total sweetheart. So I'm walking Murphy around the parking lot and I noticed this car still parked by the front gate. The gate was closed because we lock it after hours. I could see 2 people sitting in the car just waiting. I figured maybe they had an emergency with their pet or something and didn't realize we were closed. I walked over with Murphy and the guy rolled down his window. I had my clinic hoodie on, but it was pretty worn out and I definitely looked like I'd been moving boxes all day. I gave them a friendly smile and said, "Hey, did you need me to open the gate so you can get out?" The woman in the passenger seat looked at Murphy and kind of tensed up, but the guy said, "Yeah, that would be great, thanks." So I walked over to the gate, punched in the code, and swung it open for them. They drove out and I waved. They didn't wave back, but whatever. Some people are just like that. When I got home, Sarah was making dinner and I mentioned it to her. "I think some of your clients were still at the clinic, so I let them out. They seemed nice enough." She asked what they looked like and I described them, but she sees like 40 people a day, so she couldn't remember who I was talking about. The next morning, Sarah comes home from work during her lunch break. She walks in the door with this huge grin on her face. She goes, "You're never going to believe what just happened." Apparently, these same clients came in that morning for their dog's follow-up appointment. The second they walked in, before Sarah could even say hello, the woman starts going off about how there was some sketchy guy at the clinic last night. She said there was this gypsy-looking vandal hanging around the property with this huge aggressive pit bull. "We were honestly scared. You should really do something about the security here." The guy jumped in too, saying how I looked homeless and was probably trying to break in or steal something. He said Murphy was barking and lunging at their car, which is complete nonsense because Murphy literally just wagged his tail at them. Sarah told me she just let them keep talking for a minute while she pulled up their file on the computer. Then she looked at them and said, "Oh, that gypsy vandal? That's my life partner. He owns this clinic. He was probably just trying to help you since you were stuck inside the gate." She said their faces went completely red, like tomato red. The woman started stuttering, going, "Oh, we didn't. We just thought, with the dog and everything." The guy tried to backtrack, saying, "Well, we couldn't really see him that well. It was getting dark." Sarah wasn't having it. She told them it was 6 p.m. in the summer, so it was still light out. "And that aggressive pit bull you're talking about? That's our family dog Murphy. He's scared of our cat." The appointment after that was apparently the most awkward 15 minutes of Sarah's career. They barely made eye contact with her, kept apologizing and saying they must have been mistaken, trying to laugh it off like it was just a funny misunderstanding. But here's what really got me. At the end of the appointment, the guy asked if they could get a discount since they've been coming there for years. Sarah looked him dead in the eye and said, "I'll have to check with the owner about that." The gypsy vandal? They paid full price and left. We haven't seen them since, and honestly, I hope it stays that way. It's wild how quick people are to judge someone based on how they look. I was literally just trying to help them, and they immediately assumed the worst about me. The best part was later that day when Sarah posted about it in our staff group chat. Our vet tech Rachel replied, "Wait, Murphy is aggressive now? Someone should tell him that because he literally tried to befriend a chihuahua this morning and got his feelings hurt when it barked at him." The whole team got a good laugh out of it, but it definitely made me think about how many times people probably judge others like that and never get called out on it.